Hello, can you guys see me? Can you hear me? All right, excellent. All right, everyone. Welcome to our live Q&A. I hope everyone is safe. Right now we have around, let me check the stats. We have 13 people logged in to the Q&A, and therefore, okay, I'm gonna record these for the ones that are having issues, and then later on you can all watch it again if you need, or for the ones who missed, they can watch it because I'll send the link again. All right. For now, I hope everyone got the pre-recorded video and was able to watch it. In the meantime, don't forget, if you have any questions for now, just type them on the chat, and I'll do my best to answer them. All right. So let me just adjust this a little bit and put my phone in silent so we don't get interrupted for now. All right. Excellent. All right. No, actually, I only put it on vibrate. There you go, in silence now, so we don't get interrupted. All right, so I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Let me know if the video was clear. If there's any topic you want me to approach on the next couple of videos, just let me know. I've been preparing a lot of stuff. As you probably realize that we're not going to have classes anytime soon, so I need to adapt all my content to make it more online friendly, and I hope that you guys enjoy it for now. For today, what do I want to talk with you? Well, first of all, let me just share my screen so that you guys can see it. Okay, first I'm just gonna adapt things here. Boom, and there you go. All right. So, just letting you know, let me give an overview of the changes that we're gonna need for the course. All right, as you probably know, for now, for the near future, due to the coronavirus, we're going to go online, and that means that we have to do a couple of changes here. I adapted some of the homeworks. I know that there are some people today that is the first time they're seeing me, and because they were not there on the first lecture, for those, welcome. And for those as well, I'm going to need to know which one of you are new so that you don't have groups yet. Okay, I remind everyone about the groups that we have for the course. Let me just show them to you. All right. The maximum amount, if I'm not mistaken, there are 2 people without a group. That would be the Vize, and the other one, I don't know, because it's giving me a weird number. So let me just check who this person is. Barbara Tadros. I know I'm saying your names wrong, but anyway. So there are still 5 groups that only have 5 people. I can accept them all to join one more element, so you're going to have to negotiate with them to see which group will be willing to take you. I'll print screen this and I'll send it later on as a message. No, I cannot send it as a message on this chat. All right. So, regarding the course itself, what changes do we need to take into consideration? Well, number 1 is the fact that I already covered Unit 3. Some of you missed. I might create again the video for this one and post it as a pre-recorded video again. There's going to be a couple of changes, obviously, because, for example, we were supposed to have one class where we just work on the project, but obviously that's not going to be possible. So what I'm going to organize is basically I'm going to cover one extra unit to compensate for that, and then each group we're going to have a discussion. All right, we're gonna have a discussion, and I'll take care of group 4. I'll send a correct screenshot later on, don't worry. Thank you very much for letting me know, John. So I will cover one extra topic on this course that is not yet listed. I'm still deciding which one it will be, and then I'll have as well a Q&A session. Now, regarding the project itself, I will organize with each one of the groups a meeting. Either we use Microsoft Teams or we use WhatsApp to call, so that we can discuss your project, so I can give you an update. And that means I'm going to need, I will also post now very soon a link for the submission of the project that is not graded, so it's just a feedback link, and this will allow you to actually create. For that, actually, it's already there. If you go on group project, there's two things. There's report and presentation. The sooner you upload something there, the sooner I can give you feedback. So if you upload something, the deadline is May 11th. That's the day you have to send me the very last version. And therefore, the sooner you update something there, the sooner I can give you some feedback on how to improve or what I believe your ideas regarding that project are. For now, what I have is all the quizzes. The quizzes are the ones that it's multiple choice. All the deadlines for the quizzes will be changed for May 11th, which is the last day of classes we have. But for the in-class work, typically, you remember I give you an exercise that you must do during the class, and typically I say you have to deliver it the day after our class. But since this week it's still a little bit complicated, and I understand a lot of you logistically are still setting up, many people are not watching it, so I changed for the classwork number 5. The deadline will be March 22nd, so that would be next Sunday. So you have quite a bit of days to settle down and take care of your personal issues, and then you just have to submit it by 22nd. All right. I hope that the deadline is okay with everyone. Then, regarding the group project, so obviously we don't know if the classes will be resumed anytime soon. Probably not. So let's have a backup plan in case things don't go as well. My idea for a backup plan. Oops, let me just turn off my Outlook because it was on. My idea for a backup plan would be to simply do the presentations like as a pre-recorded video. So I'm going to send you a link about how to do a narrated PowerPoint for the ones who don't know how to do it. And then basically what we will do is to have a live session with just each one of the teams, and I will ask you questions and you have to defend your questions as part of the presentation. I hope that's okay with everyone. For now, that's going to be the plan, and the presentations will be on the day of May 11th. I know there's still quite a bit of time for it, but actually the project is not easy at all, and there's a lot of little details you have to think about, and that's why I ask you to submit the deadline as soon as to submit the draft as soon as possible. Now, regarding the classwork for today, so the classwork for today will be classwork number 5. All right, so if you watch the video, I spoke a lot about different things about how to improve efficiency in a company between B2B and so on, but for this project specifically, we're going to focus on the EDI. EDIs are extremely important. I don't know if any of you has experience working with EDIs. If you do, let me know in the chat. It's always useful. But EDIs are extremely important in business to business because they are basically automatic transfer of information. Now, obviously, you're not programmers, or I assume so. You're not studying to be programmers, so I'm not going to teach you all the intricacies. Well, I cannot teach you actually because I don't know them. The intricacies of EDIs in terms of technology and software. What I can tell you is the importance when it comes to doing business of these platforms. Now, to help you with that, I decided to give you a small project, 05 class work. It's a project that you must do in groups. Once again, submit until the 22nd of March. So this one reads, a number of standard setting organizations offer memberships to business firms. You are working for Grace Henry, Chief Information Officer or CIO of Flex Electric. By the way, Flex Electric is a made-up name, but actually it's a real company. I did not realize. I have to change that so that it does not confuse. So this is a mid-sized company that manufactures components for electronic, medical, and laboratory instruments, so it's something very precise. And Grace asked you to Grace asks you to investigate the benefits of joining an industry standard setting organization called RosettaNet. Now, this one is a real standard organization. You have to do research about it, okay? And you must prepare a memo to Grace in which you outline the purposes of the organization, the costs and the benefits of becoming a member. And when I say costs and benefits, I mean advantages, disadvantages, not necessarily costs here in terms of money. And you must create a memo, okay, with your recommendations and defending why do you believe that your company should or should not join this standard setting organization. The big question is it worth it to join? Now, obviously, there's many different issues here that you don't have, and you're going to have to do research, like what companies are already members, for example. You can find that online. If you have any issue, just let me know, either through WhatsApp or through a Canvas message, and I will answer it as quickly as possible. All right, we have someone. Oh, invoice matching process as a developer. That's very good as an EDI. That's on the part of the invoices, but remember, EDIs can be much bigger, can be about orders, purchasing as well. All right. In the meantime, so now that I explained the classwork for today, for this week, I want to know now is, do you have any questions regarding the lesson, or would you like me to explain something else regarding the projects? Now it's the time, if you have questions, to please let me know on the chat, all right? So I'll give you a couple of moments to type your questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. In the meantime, don't forget, you have the link for the YouTube video where you can watch my talk about B2B activities. All right, and let me just see now how many people are online. We have 16 online. Excellent. Very good. Just need a couple of videos to see, a couple of minutes to see what questions you have. Oh, actually the software that I use, it's OBS, all right? It's called OBS, and it's a little bit hard to set up, but once you get it, it's actually quite good. I really like it. And it's free to use, so it's perfect. Okay, I heard that Camtasia is very good actually, but I never used it, so I cannot say. All right, I found this one, I like it, so I just stick to it. All right. All right. Any other questions? If there's no questions, then, you know, it's not much of a Q&A session if there's no questions. Right. While I wait for some more questions, what I'll show you is what we want to cover on the next topic. Next topic we're going to cover, right now it's the environment of electronic commerce, legal, ethical, tax issues. I'm still debating if I'm going to cover this one or not, because I'm probably going to change for e-commerce strategies, all right, about building a presence online. Regarding the... Okay, regarding the other topics I'm going to cover, if I can. Okay, so we have a question. Can you please explain more about the main project? All right. For the main project, you can go to the component that says, let me put this, oops, student view, actually. I think so far no one has questions itself about the topic. All right, but about the project. So if you scroll down, there's a unit under Home tab called Group Project. All right. So there's two things that you have to deliver for the group project. You have to give me a report, and you have to give me the presentation itself. The presentation will be, in this case, it will be online. All All right, it's going to be either through I'll send you how to do a pre-recorded PPT, and then you're going to have a defense that you must have to do in terms of a live session. All right, so when you open the group project, the report, so you have the file. For the ones who never seen it, you have a file. Okay, you just have to click on it or right click and then open new tab. And what you need to do is to prepare a report for Mario. Mario is not the plumber, all right? This case, Mario is the owner of the company, in which you outline and analyze the possible revenue models that ASIB might use for its website. You should address the two journals as separate issues, and your report should provide the basis of a presentation to the ASIB Executive Board and should include specific recommendations where possible. So I don't want you to do a very extreme. This is not your capstone project. It's a 15-hour course. What I'm looking for is around five. If you go a little bit over, it's fine. 5 pages report. Okay, when you open the tab, you're gonna get this case study. Now, this case study, attention, I told you before in class, it's a trap because it seems very simple, but when you start realizing that once you start reading it and start working on it, you realize actually it's quite hard. Why? Because I'm giving you an industry that has been having issues for many years, which is the publishing industry. And just to give you a quick summary on the case study, you have two main products, all right? You have, let's call it the business magazine, and we have the academic papers, all right? Both of them, okay, have different profitabilities. One of them is profitable, the other one is not, okay? The two of them have completely different market segments, and the two of them are very different in terms of like number of times they are issued, how they are sold, etc. So your project is basically to make sure that you develop a plan about how to bring this company to become more successful. Now, one of the businesses, I'm not going to tell you which, but it's going to be very easy to realize. One of the businesses is not profitable. And what I want to tell you is it's not an option to say we should close this part of the business. That's not what I want, okay? One of the business that is not profitable, then the big question is how can you make it profitable? The reason this project is very hard is because there's no real answer to this case study on the sense that we have not yet figured out the guaranteed way that the publishing business can be successful, all right? The business magazine is sold majorly to executives and it's more about news, and the difficulty on the business magazine is to realize for the business magazine, the big question you have to answer is what are they selling? All right, they're not selling, obviously they're selling the magazine, okay, that's easy, but like why are the people buying that magazine? What makes that magazine special? What's the reason behind that purchase, all right? So in other words, what is the real thing, what is the real value that they are selling? If you answer that question, that's the first step to understand what you have to actually do. The academic paper side of the business, right? That one obviously is sold to universities, but it can be sold to a variety of other sources. You're going to have to do research about typically what kind of people buy academic papers, all right? And basically what I want you to create is, well, first of all, an analysis of the problem. I want to see, you have 20 minutes to do your presentation, and I want around 5 minutes, for example, to be about analysis of the problem, analysis of the situation. Then another 5 minutes of analyzing specifically, okay, what are maybe the difficulties of each one of the businesses, all right? I know those two things seem similar, but one thing is the difficulty of the organization, and another thing is the difficulty specific to each one of the businesses. And then at the end, ideally, you're going to have to adapt the business, all right? You have to adapt the business to a more online component. Now, that does not mean the business has to go completely online. It can still have an offline component. It's up to you to decide that, and you're going to have to tell me why. And finally, you're going to have to create an action plan at the end. What are the steps that me as a company that I should do in order to bring back the profitability of my company, and ideally as well a timeline for that. Okay, is everything, does my explanation answer some of the questions you have? And if so, is there any more questions about the project that you would like to have answered? wait a little bit because it's always takes always a little bit of time for you to be able to get the video. All right. If so far so good, then what we're gonna do is the following. Typically the videos I'm gonna make for our course are around 30 minutes. If one video I need more than 30 minutes, I'll break it down in two. And I'll make sure to give you the links as much in advance as I can. But every time, it's also your job before the class to go and check the Canvas website to make sure if there is a new video there for you guys to see. All right, there's a question. Anna has a question. Can I clarify what a standard setting organization is? Of course I can, no worries. So a standard setting organization is basically, I think the one that we know, I think the one that everyone here knows, it probably would be this one. The International Organization, the International Standard Organization. So this is you've probably seen it in many businesses saying we have ISO 9000, ISO 9001. And basically they're an organization that evaluates specific things in a company to see if they follow those standards. Now, there are different codes and different ISOs until we say enough. Some ISOs apply to all industries, some ISOs are very specific to certain industries, but what they say is this: okay, here's a set of rules that you must follow, okay, in order to obtain this stamp, this certification, basically. And that's what a standard setting organization does. If you follow those standards, then you can, for example, access a network of people that also follow those standards, and therefore you can work together. Now, on the project that I gave you, let me see where it is. On the project that I gave you for today, here we go. All right. This is a standard setting organization called Rosetta Net, and Rosetta Net my internet's a little bit slow, but what Rosetta Net in specifically does, it's typically these organizations are a not-for-profit organization for obvious reasons. But what happens is, in this case, Rosetta Net, they set the way that you should. The website seems to be having some issues. All right, maybe all of you are accessing it, so it's having a problem. But basically, what happens is this organization, they set standards they set standards on how to work on a specific industry, okay? And therefore, only by following these standards can you join the supply chain of all the companies that need this type of products, right? So in other words, if you want to sell to the companies that have this standard, all right, or that are part of these standards, then you have to also follow them so that your system or your computer system can speak the same language that they do. All right, it's a little bit, for example, like if you want to do business in Brazil, you have to speak Portuguese. All right, okay, not necessarily, but you get my point. So in other words, it's just to make sure that everyone follows the same rules, and without following those rules, you cannot basically do business with them. Okay, all right, excellent. I see that apparently I answered your question already, which is perfect. Let me see if I missed anything. All right. All right, so I think, all right, guys, any other questions that you would like to ask me, or we're good for today? Let me see how many people I still have. Oh, 21, excellent. All right, so now what I do typically on this live Q&A to make sure that you all are basically paying attention. All right, what I do is the following. Now I'm going to go on Unit 5, right? I'm going to create a new assignment for an extra point. Actually, that is incorrect. I don't want an extra assignment. What I actually want is an extra quiz called 05. extra point. Boom. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is give you until today, until let's say 6:45. All right. And if you go on this quiz, all right, if you go on this quiz and just answer one quick question, okay, and there you go. So now what happens is, for the ones who were patient and actually watch this, you can go now on 0.5 extra points, all right? Oops, let me just show you. In the next 15 minutes, what you can do to get an extra point is just go over here, 0.5 extra point, take the quiz, and did you watch my video? True, you do that, and I'll give you an extra point in one of your assignments as a benefit for watching my video, all right? So if you have until 6:45, that gives you a total of 18 minutes, and therefore, good luck. And if there's no other questions, so every time I have a Q&A, I'm gonna do something like this, that basically for the ones who are paying attention, or the ones that join us, I'll give an extra point. In a way, this is also your attendance for the live Q&A. So if you don't do it, then I'm gonna just let everyone know that you did not attend the class, you know. But since this week is a little bit different, I obviously understand that you all are in different places. So this week is just an extra point, but then it's gonna be mandatory, all right? So, any last question for today, or can I finish the session? I think that many of you are happy with the extra point. All right. So thank you very much all. I think there's no more other questions, but if there is, let me know. I will send as well the recorded version of this video to everyone. And finally, the last thing I want to say is stay safe, all right? I hope that everyone and everyone's family is all right. And from my side, if you need something, let me know. Regarding the video, if there is any topic you want me to cover, okay, please comment it on the video on YouTube and I'll do my best to create a video, all right? Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you later, and good luck. Our next class will be on the 23rd of March. So I believe next week. Let me see. Yes, next week. So next week we have the class. Please make sure to, I'll send you all the details as well, and to do again this, to do again the same thing we did today, and I'll send you all the links for next week, all right? Let's see, then, do we have anything to do? Yes, for the ones who said we have anything to do, yes, you do. You have 0.5 classwork to do, 0.5 classwork until Sunday, and don't forget as well to do homework quiz, all right? We'll upload it in sorry, Jean Garza, you will upload it in Canvas. Upload what, the groups? If so, yes. So for no, what should we do? Start working on the project. Thank you very much. Yes, start working on the Brigitte, yes, start working on the project, obviously. Submit something on the group project report as quickly as possible so I can give you feedback. But also don't forget, right now, every time you want to know what is the next things you have to do, guys, whenever you feel lost about what are the next tasks you have to do, just go here. There's a to-do list on the right, and it gives you what are the next things you have to do. I posted 3 extra activities that you can do. Those are just for extra points, not mandatory, all right? Classwork free, for the ones who are not there, I will let you redo it, I will let you upload, but for the ones who did not upload it, well, actually that one. For now, I'm going to open it. Technically, I shouldn't because you missed the class, but I understand that obviously you don't want to miss the points. So what I do is the following. I'll reopen it, but I deduct 2 points of the people because technically the assignment is already late, all right? And for the ones who don't have a group, I'll send you all a message with an image of the groups that still have some availability, and then you have to contact the groups that still have some a free spot, and you just ask them basically to join, and as long as there's no group with more than 6 people, it's fine. But I believe there's only 2 people right now. We don't have a group, all right? So it should be okay. Any last thing before I finish? Oh, 22 people watching. That's very good. Okay, Brigitte, I'll send you the, don't worry, I'll send you the potential groups that can be used for today, for the projects, all right? All right, I think that's all for today. Nice and efficient, 30 minutes. Okay, thank you all for watching once again, and for the grades, sorry, I forgot to mention, thank God. John, Garza, thank you very much for reminding me. Obviously, I'm just going to start grading things this week. I've been, as you can probably understand, busy preparing all the courses to go online. So you can expect already, as soon as the grades are released, you get a notification. And when you access the assignment, there's going to be an audio clip, all right, with feedback. So it's just going to be me talking basically with feedback about what are the things that can be improved on the project, all right? I will reopen what I'm going to do, since we're doing this online, what I do is I'm going to extend all the deadlines until the last day, and you are allowed to resubmit projects to improve the quality of those projects. But all the deadlines basically will be changed for the last day of the classes, which I believe, once again, 11th of May, something like that, okay? The free extra point activities are all individual, all right? They're all individual, and basically with them, what I do is I grade them. You can get on each a maximum of 5 points that can be redistributed to other assignments, all right? No, not to the final grade, but to other assignments. And it's a great way to basically make sure that your average grade improves, all right? All right. Perfect. Don't forget as well, I'll be posting a lot of content in next coming weeks on my YouTube channel. So if you wish to get any notifications, you can subscribe. But to be honest, I don't care. All right, just I'm not doing it for the money. So, all right, guys, thank you very much. Don't forget, you still have 10 minutes to go get that extra points. I'm gonna change the deadlines. Don't worry. And incorporate all the necessary deadlines, all the correct deadlines. I'm gonna fix them in the next probably 10 minutes, all right? So you can expect that as soon as I finish this video. All right, and with that, I believe we are done. I know it's like the 4th time I said that we are done for today, but this lagging, it's a little bit annoying. But it's so much easier for everyone to use YouTube Live than to use other platforms anyway. All right, I think we're done. Perfect. And now I'm just gonna post the video for everyone who wants to watch it again later on, or for the ones who basically did not have the opportunity to watch it yet. All right, guys, all good now. We're done. Thank you very much. If you have any more questions, just WhatsApp me or Facebook me or whatever, and I'll make sure to give you help that you need. I'll start grading things as quickly as possible, but I'm probably not tomorrow, not today or tomorrow. I'm gonna probably start grading everything Wednesday. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and more important, okay, let me know if you need something. Even if you just need to talk, just let me know. Bye. See you all.